Hello, you alright? Right, got some more match warns for you. Anyone up for it? Okay, I'll get started with another top 5. As ever, I like to kick things off with an all-time classic, an ultimate fantastic masterpiece. And what have we got here? It's the Juve shirt from the 83-84 season, worn by the legendary defender Claudio Gentile. I mean, just look at it. It's so unique, so different. Think of what the English teams are wearing at this time. Think about like Barca in their Maber kits, Real Madrid wearing Hummel. No, I mean, this is just something else, isn't it, really? It's made from a cotton material, but it's got that slim fit that only Kappa could master, with this real low-cut V-neck. And look at that all-time classic Ariston sponsor, which is embroidered onto the shirt. The stitching on there, you know, they've got the Coppa Italia shield, the gold stars, and the Kappa logo machine stitched on there, as is the number. And you can just have a look at that material just to see how it, the cut of it, it's a real tailoring beauty. The shirt's from the 83-84 Cup Winners' Cup run and a match against FC Haka in Turin. Gentile liked to hack a few strikers in his time, didn't he? And he managed to keep a clean sheet in this match. And Juve were through to the semis where they play Manchester United. Juve were pretty awesome at this time. You know, you got Platini, Tardelli, and they went on to win the cup, beating Porto in the final, and then the next season they would be the kings of Europe as they won the European Cup against Liverpool. Gentile was a World Cup winner already and was part of that iconic Juve backline of Cirea, Brio and Cabrini. Spent over a decade with the club and really goes down as one of the all-time great defenders. Real classic player, classic shirt. Now we're moving 20 years further forward, but the shirt's staying just as rare. That's right, it's the CSKA Moscow shirt from the 2005 Super Cup. CSKA were the reigning UEFA Cup winners. They beat Sporting Lisbon on their own patch to lift the trophy, and they became the first ever Russian team to take place in this showpiece match in Monaco. The shirt was worn by Lithuania international Davidas Semberas. And it's a real unique shirt that was only ever worn in this one match to this specification, with the Sibneft sponsor on there. And look at that, a special Super Cup patch. You know, you've got to really achieve something in football to wear one of those on your shirt. You don't see it very often, once a year. CSK took the lead in the match through Daniel Carvalho, but the Reds hit back. Djibril Cissé on as a sub, levelled, took it to extra time, then he got another one. Luis Garcia wrapped things up. The trophy was Liverpool's. Not to be disheartened, and it still goes really down into the Hall of Fame of a real proud moment for Russian football in Europe. It's got a lot of the hallmarks of the Umbro designs from this time, with a stitched on trim pattern down there. This horizontal pattern, which as well, it's very similar to an England 04 home, one at the Euros. Little press stud fastening collar, and the Vaportech material. Yeah, I like the Russian shirts, and this one's pretty special. Next up, we've got a Germany shirt for you, and it's the design that took over from the all-time classic at Euro 88 and 1990. This is it, the Adidas equipment model that would be worn at Euro 92. This particular shirt comes from a friendly match against Northern Ireland in the build-up to the tournament, and I'm fascinated really by how small the match detail is on it. Germany started wearing match detail with the launch of this kit in a friendly against Italy, and they carried that tradition on, wearing it in every match. Not at the finals, they wore Sweden 92 detail, but after that and before it they did wear match detail. But I don't know why they made it so small. I mean, you really could do with a microscope to understand that says Nord Island. Really could have done with a bit of bigger font. Shirt itself was worn by Manfred Binns, the sweeper, and he scored. I mean, it was a ridiculous deflected effort. It was a real comedy of errors, but it went in, and it was his first and only international goal for the Frankfurt man. So let me just show you some of the differences between the match shirt and the replica shirt. If you see the collar label is different on the two shirts. Also, the crest is raised embossed on the replica and beautifully embroidered on the match shirt. The finish on the match shirt is also different. This is made from 72% polyester, 28% triacetate. Gives it its real silky glossy finish. It's also slightly fleece lined on the inside. It's real nice production from Adidas. The match finished in a 1-1 draw. So Germany, as reigning world champions, went off to the Euros with a bit of a limp. Obviously got shocked by Denmark at the tournament, and then this design was kept on and used up until the '94 World Cup. It's a classic, isn't it? And yeah, just really interested to see it with the match detail. Not many teams were wearing match detail back in '92. Nice to see when they start kicking in. Next up, we've got a shirt from the UEFA Cup and the 08-09 season, Deportivo La Coruña, and a shirt worn by Mista. I like this shirt because it's got a lot of differences from the replica, and again, it's got those crazy little features to meet the old UEFA regs. You see that the UEFA Cup patch on the sleeve, and it's got this like white material backing that's had to be put on there. Unsponsored in this season, Deportivo ended the deal with Fadesa and wore unsponsored shirts. Wasn't just in Europe, throughout the whole campaign. Mista was he won the UEFA Cup with Valencia himself. He struggled a bit for form though in this year. This particular shirt is from a match against Feyenoord. So differences between match shirts and replicas weren't just restricted to your Nikes and your Adidases. Canterbury, they were making those differences as well, giving a better quality of production on the match shirt. Let's have a look. So we've got a transfer material crest on the match shirt, and also when we stretch the shirt, there's a real tight finish to it, and that is because it is made from 85% polyester and then 15% elastane. So look at that, you're getting your shirt pulled by the centre back, and you're like, you can get out of it because he's just pulling shirt. Whereas on the replica shirt, doesn't quite have that same tug to it, and that's because the replica is 100% polyester. It doesn't have that same give in it that the match shirt does. When Canterbury, they made Portsmouth, didn't they, when they got won the FA Cup? Only really lasted for 2 seasons though. By 09-10, that was it for them. They were gone. But a tip as well for if you want to check if your Canterbury shirt is a match shirt, because there are player issue ones knocking about there as well. You can see if you look inside the collar, it does actually say Elite underneath the size detail, so check out for that. I do like it when the smaller brands try and imitate the designs of the big brands, and that's why I've just selected this Honduras shirt from 1994, because look at that. It is just very much the Adidas equipment model that was released for Euro 92, made by Palma, the Peruvians. The shirt was worn in a friendly match against the United States in Fullerton, California in '94. This is what I'm talking about in terms of design inspiration. Here we've got the France shirt from 1992. Look at that. It's pretty much like even all the little details, the way the collar joins at the bottom, not just the 3 stripes across the shoulders. It's not often that we're lucky enough to have shirts from La H in stock, so I thought we'd better take a look at this one before it's gone, and then don't have any more Honduras shirts from this age. It was won against the United States. Honduras looked like leaving California with a win. Wilmer Velasquez had put them ahead, but then Jovan Kirovski struck late to make it finish 1-1. It's a very interesting shirt that you're not likely to see too many of around. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So that's it for this week. Hope you found something interesting about those shirts. Hope you like the designs and the little stories there. If there's anything that you'd like to see, please give me a message in the comment section below and say, Doug, pull that one out. I want to have a look at that. Have you got this? Have you got that? I will do my best for next week and upcoming videos. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.